Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be talking about 5 mistakes that beginners make in 3D visualization. Now, obviously, you may have spent hours on modeling and you just click render, press render, and something doesn't feel right or it feels off. Don't worry, I've been there. So today I'm going to be explaining the 5 mistakes that beginners do, and I am going to be giving you a solution on how you can implement it today. I got some notes again here, so I couldn't really remember on top of my head. So I written that down based on my own experience, so I can share them with you. Okay, so number one, what happens is everything looks flat and unreal. So if you understand how lightings work in the real world, then you can make realistic render. Your render will improve a lot. So if you look at my curtain behind me, right, it's kind of like bright, so obviously nice sunny outside. That's natural lighting. And around me in my room, right, is artificial lighting. So if you understand how artificial and natural lighting works in interior, obviously if you do exterior visuals as well, if you understand how lightings work, then you will definitely improve your render and make it more realistic. But how can you do that? Is by starting a 3-point lighting setup or use an HDRI for natural light. So HDRI, for those of you who doesn't know, HDRI stands for High Dynamic Range Image. Now, HDRI is not like the same as PNG file or JPEG file. So HDRI, maybe file, you might see like a sky that got like a curve of a ball or something, or kind of like you've got like a sun, you've got the whole environment as a circle, just like that, in one single image. That's HDRI. Using that in your render will make it way more realistic. Trust me, just try that. It makes natural lighting more realistic. The shadows, the everything. I hope this makes sense. You can do that in Lumion, and it is best suited for corner render. So if you want to learn more about corner render, obviously I can explain more about that. Yeah. Now that's for number one. Number two is overcomplicating materials. So what happens? Surfaces look plastic or it feels off. So basically, like I said before, you have to understand how the world works. You also have to understand how materials work in the real world. For example, if you look at my wardrobe, right, it's wood. You can see very carefully my hand. You can see, so I got some shadow because of the lighting. I got some shadow, a little bit of gloss, right? If you understand how materials work, you will make it way more realistic. You can even see my desk there. Can you see my desk? Just there. You can see that it's wood, but it's reflecting a bit. Not completely, but it's reflecting a bit. You can see it like that. And this is how you should know how materials work in the real world. So just explore materials. Just explore. You don't have to be a geek in materials. Just look at materials, how it works, feel it, look at it, and apply that to your own renderings. That's how I would do it. How I would do it. So the way you can fix this for number two is just use like simple realistic based materials before changing advanced shaders. So use basic materials before I go to advanced settings, before making like reflection, displacement, movement, material ID, map, etc. So make sure you should know the materials first. Now the third mistake that beginners make is they forget scale. So what happens is that objects feel wrong even if the materials, even if the model's detailed. So scaling up and down. What I would do is, for this solution, is use real world units and reference objects. So what do I mean? What I mean is that, let's say you've got an AutoCAD floor plan, so make sure you measure that first, that matches the real world scale. Obviously, when you draw in AutoCAD, not on paper, when you draw in AutoCAD, it is one-to-one scale. So you have to imagine that it is the real world scale. And when you are happy with the floor plan AutoCAD, and then you can export it to like 3ds Max, SketchUp, or Revit, whatever, then you can model it from there. So make sure that the object, the real world objects, like say floor plans, are scaled properly, and then you can import materials. Then you can model the materials in 3D modeling software, and then you can add furniture, so you don't really have to do a lot of scaling afterwards. So make sure the floor plans are correct. I hope this makes sense. That's for number 3. So number 4 would be, people are rendering too early. What happens is that people are wasting time on a half-finished scene because they didn't model correctly, or they didn't model enough detailings, and this is why the rendering is so basic. And this is one of the reasons why beginners cannot make like fully good renders, and they start comparing themselves, and they start like, they don't know why they're doing wrong, and how these competitive people, these 3D artists, are making so amazing renders. It's because they're not detailing their models a lot, not too much, but they're not detailing enough. That's what I mean. But the solution for number 4 is, do test renders at low resolution first to spot any problems fast. Obviously, if you have a low PC, then that's a different thing. But if you have a high PC specification, then it will make your life much easier for renderings. So make sure that you have an RTX graphics card. So that's for ray tracing, and it makes your life much easier, and makes it way more realistic and save time and productivity. So make sure you get the RTX graphics card, not GTX. Okay. And then the final one, number 5, is people are ignoring composition. So what happens? The same, so the image, right, feels empty or awkward. So maybe, but for those of you who doesn't know what composition is, so obviously if you look at my wardrobe, you can see it's not straight, obviously, because of my camera. But I'm just recording it for you guys so you can understand the process. But this is a good point actually. Can you see that? Can you see it's not straight from that camera? Can you see? It's not that straight. So that's a very good point that I'm making right now. So basically, let's say this is the line. So my line should go like this, straight. Can you see that border? So it has to match the border, just like that. Just match the border, just like that. Now you can see that it won't make it perfect. Obviously, I'm using a camera just to demonstrate my knowledge to you, to help more people, sorry. So the solution for number 5 is, follow the rule of thirds. So you can go Google rule of third in composition, and you can add foregrounds, midground, background elements. So by implementing all these strategies, I'm sure you will make your renders much better. I know I'm kind of a bit quiet today because I have some family. I don't want to disturb them. So yeah, I just want to make a quick video to let you guys know how to make good vendors. Now, obviously, if you are interested in having to work with me um, using the hybrid system, how to go from zero to a hero vendors, you can leave a link about down below. I mean, sorry, you can book a link down below so we can have a call to see if we're a good fit together or not. Obviously, um, you don't have to join the program, but obviously, just to see if we're a good fit or not. So please don't be shy, and yeah. And also, please, if you can like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, this will help increase the algorithm, and it will reach more people like you. And my intention is to help a lot of people in visualization worldwide. So yeah, I want to say again, thank you so much for watching this video. Please watch this video again and again and again until you get used to it and until your renders improved. So I want to say thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.